In general, when we analyze the ambitious sixth-generation fighter projects, our attention is focused on the developments of the United States, China and Russia, the powers with the greatest technological and productive capacity. But this does not mean that they are the only ones who want to have a futuristic combat ship at their disposal. With this in mind, Japan and the United Kingdom formed an unprecedented alliance to realize their aerial dreams in several sixth-generation projects that will feature a unique airframe. It is not only surprising news at the technological level, but it is also a blow on the table of world aviation. In this new video of military aviation, we'll get to know both programs in depth. Modularity and technological integration seem to be two fundamental characteristics for the new weapons. The novelty of the case of Japan and the United Kingdom is that they will take this concept one step further, joining forces and sharing all their air technology. The possibility was revealed in August 2022, and apparently it is just a matter of finalizing the details for it to be carried out. The merger of Japan's and the UK's sixth-generation combat air systems programs, the FX and Tempest, respectively, would have the ultimate goal of building a single airframe using technology from both Mitsubishi and BAE Systems. The two governments have made the decision, after concluding that joint development could not only reduce production costs significantly, but also give them an advantage over projects from other nations. This union would be possible thanks to the fact that the requirements of both programs are almost identical: stealth, renewed motorization, latest generation radars and great intercommunication capacity. Initially, Japan sought support from U.S. defense contractor Lockheed Martin Corp., but the deals fell through, despite the Japanese government's excellent relationship with Uncle Sam. For its part, the United Kingdom had the Swedish and Italian air forces as original partners in the Tempest program, but this partnership was diluted over time. With this renewed panorama, Italy seems to have reconsidered its decision, and may in the future join the project of the United Kingdom and Japan. This would be a natural step, since the English subsidiary of the Italian company Leonardo is working together with Mitsubishi Electric on the Jaguar project, to equip the FX and Tempest with next-generation sensors. It remains to be seen what the role of Sweden will be, if it is still interested in being part of the project. In 2021, Japan released the details about its upcoming sixth-generation fighter. Back then, Mitsubishi was singled out as the company in charge of its development of the FX project, with an approximate cost of $48,000 million. Despite being a highly developed country, Japan has not led the design of a new combat ship in nearly 40 years. The world context and its proximity to China demand updating, and for this reason they have decided to look for partners in the West to receive assistance during the process. Although not much information has been released about its design, it is known that it will have a large size, something like 19 meters long, very similar to the F-22 Raptor and 4 meters longer than the F-35 Lightning II. The FX is expected to be a twin-engine stealth fighter, with incredibly advanced detection technology. The possibility of including a swarm of drones that will operate in conjunction with the main ship was also discussed. The radar system will include an infrared sensor and an electromagnetic one, all incorporated into a self-defense system. The emphasis is placed on the ability to see the enemy in advance, as well as intercommunication between friendly ships, whether they are from Japan or other friendly countries. Of course, the possibility of an unmanned FX has been evaluated, but at the moment it has not been confirmed if it will be part of the project in the short term. The idea is for the aircraft to operate on various platforms, and to have air-to-air, air-to-surface, and anti-ship missiles. Japan aims to build 90 of these fighters, and collaboration with the UK will be essential to achieve that goal. The Tempest sixth-generation project began in 2015, but was only made official in 2018, as part of the British air defense policy. It is speculated that it will be a stealth fighter, with a delta-shaped wing and vertical stabilizers. Like the Japanese FX, the intention is to equip it with its own swarm of drones, both for reconnaissance and attack missions. Taking note of the developments of the F-35, the United Kingdom and the company BAE Systems placed special emphasis on the development of a futuristic cockpit, with displays that present all the information to the pilot. In fact, the helmet will have integrated sensors to measure the pilot's brain signals, which will generate a biometric database that will help personalize each fighter. In addition, the Tempest will be integrated into the entire defense system, being able to communicate not only with other British ships, but also with Allied bases and aircraft, without using sound commands. One of the most striking features of the English project is that it could run on electricity, instead of jet fuel. At least, that was the intention of BAE Systems, which in 2020 suggested the possibility that the Tempest could be powered by a hybrid or all-electric system. Such a system would undoubtedly be more environmentally friendly, but there is no certainty that such a propulsion system could be ready by 2035. The truth is that electric flight is still in its infancy. On the other hand, high-performance turbofan engines and thrust vectoring capabilities have been a reality for decades. Unless batteries can provide more power than fuel, there would be no solid reason to make such a radical change. That being said, a high-performance battery might not just be for motoring purposes. As reported by the BBC, the Tempest will carry laser weapons, probably a rear-facing anti-missile system and a forward-facing attack system. A laser weapon system needs a powerful, independent power source, so the Tempest probably relies on electrical power. This strategic union can also be understood within the framework of the alliance that is being formed in the Pacific, in order to put a limit to the expansion of China. The joint airframe would represent a deepening of security ties between Uncle Sam's close allies. For some years, London has been assuming a more important military role in Asia, in the context of a strategic inclination towards the Indo-Pacific. On the other hand, Tokyo is expanding defense cooperation beyond its historic partners in Washington. The move to a European ally comes at a time when Japan's defense spending is rising, with a budget expected to double over the next decade, as Prime Minister Fumio Kishida clings to the late former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe's national security agenda, fulfilling an election promise to substantially increase war spending. As we previously pointed out, both the FX and the Tempest are expected to give their first signs of operation in 2035. Although there is a long way to go, this new partnership can mark a before and after in the military world. Thank you for joining us until the end. If you like this content, you can subscribe and activate notifications. Stay tuned for the next video of military aviation.